Night of Champions was a pretty good event to me, and I'm finna just go over all the results and tell y'all how I felt about them. So we kicked off the night with Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, where Seth Rollins defeated AJ for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I thought that was a great result, not only because Seth Rollins is a Raw superstar, but because Seth Rollins is a fan favorite. The match was amazing, and I can't wait to see where this reign goes for Seth Rollins. And then we got Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Asuka outsmarted Bianca and ended Bianca's long and historic reign as Raw Women's Champion. And I thought that that was a great result as well, because Bianca has beaten almost every single woman there is to beat on the main roster. And it comes to a point in time where it's like, who else is going to be for her? So Asuka beating Bianca was the right choice. Some people thought that this should have happened at WrestleMania, but at least it happened now, and I say that deserves a thumbs up as well. Love that result. Next, we got Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. That match was pretty good, and the ending shocked me. Definitely biggest shock of the night. Seeing Zoe Stark come out and randomly help Trish was more shocking than seeing Asuka beat Bianca. And I kind of marked out, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even a big fan of Zoe Stark like that. I think she's kind of cool, but to just see that random duo, I can't wait to see where that leads to, with Zoe being the protege and Trish being the mentor that she could learn stuff from. I like that. And honestly, the loss don't really hurt Becky at all, especially since the main focus of this feud is supposed to lead to Lita versus Trish. And before we get to that big match, which is most likely probably going to happen at SummerSlam, who knows, we may just get Trish and Zoe versus Lita and Becky, and I wouldn't be mad at that. So far, there's 3 good results. All of them gets a thumbs up to me. Next, you got Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. And obviously, we all know that Gunther was going to retain. Some people thought that they was probably going to lean on Mustafa, but if Mustafa would have beat Gunther after everyone Gunther has went through, I would have had given that a thumbs down. I'm sorry. No hate to Mustafa Ali, but obviously Gunther needed to retain that. He's been a very dominant champion, and I don't think Mustafa was built up enough yet to be able to take on and defeat Gunther. So that result deserves a thumbs up as well. And then you got Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest with y'all. This is probably the only match that I was going, why is this on the card? Like, Rhea's first title defense was against Zelina Vega, and it had a good reason behind it, despite Vega not really being built up. But then you got Natalya. I did not want to see this match or sit through this match at all, because I felt like Natalya shouldn't have been the next opponent. So seeing Rhea Ripley squash Natalya in under a minute, I was happy with that. So that result deserves a thumbs up as well. So far, there's not anything I disagreed with. In terms of predictions, I did not expect Asuka to beat Bianca, and I did not expect Trish to beat Becky. So 2 predictions being out of the window, I'm fine with how it went because of how it happened. And next, you got Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. My prediction was Brock Lesnar. I stood on that. I remember debating with my friends because they thought that Cody Rhodes was going to win. I'm like, Cody Rhodes is going into this match hurt. And this is still the beast Brock Lesnar we're talking about. So I already knew that Brock was going to win, but I thought it was going to take an L5 1 2 3, but instead Cody Rhodes passed out because he didn't want to tap out, and I was completely fine with that because it protects Cody Rhodes while still giving Brock Lesnar the win. So that deserves a thumbs up as well. So far, everything on the card I agreed with, or I either agreed with or I was fine with. And then we get down to the main events. And bro, I've been in love with the Bloodline story since day 1. And to see that result, first of all, the tag team champions defeat Roman Reigns and Solo is already a W all by itself. Because I did not want to see Roman Reigns hold 3 titles. So to see not only did they lose, but how they lost, that was a W result. And to see that Jimmy Uso was the one. I was reading comments about that match, and a lot of people was like, Jey Uso should have been the one. Jey Uso should have been the one. And I'm just like, Jey Uso is way too loyal to Roman Reigns at the moment. Like, we know that Jey Uso has had his frustrating moments with Roman, but if Jey Uso haven't turned back then, he wasn't going to turn then. Jimmy Uso, on the other hand, Jimmy Uso, you can tell that he was tired already of taking Roman's bullcrap. And they especially was showing that throughout the week before leading into this match. So to see that Jimmy Uso just lost it and super kicked Roman Reigns, not once, but twice, man, did I mark out. I was enjoying every moment of that. And I love the emotion from Jey Uso, because you could tell Jey Uso is not going to know what to do. He is putting back inside a scenario where he got to choose between two people he loves. But instead of this being a Sami and Roman situation, this is blood and blood, cousin and brother, two people that he loved. So I can't wait to see where this angle is going to go, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Hell, they might forgive each other, or we may see Roman Reigns lose his bloodline. So this pay-per-view and my premium live event gets 8 out of 10. And the reason why he gets an 8 is because despite the good results, the matches could have been better. In terms of results, everything was pretty dope. I enjoyed it. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoyed it. Thank you all for listening. I'm going to see y'all inside the next one. Peace.